Hello Pisces, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This is for Pisces Sun and Rising, maybe Venus, we'll see. But this week Pisces, so what I want to say is that yes, I am speaking differently because I have a dental appliance in my mouth for the next 4 months. But this week is the fairies, and it's a fairy message for each of the zodiac signs. So there's actually a Hi, I'm Back video that kind of talks about what I'm going to be doing with the channel as well as my dental appliance. The link for that video will be at the top of the description in case you didn't see it. It'll give you a little more information about what's going to go on here. As well, there's also going to be an extended, as there was before. And the extended of this week's topic with the fairy readings, your inner child is going to be speaking to you through the fairy deck and the tarot. So we're going to get started right now. You're going to get a fairy card right now, Pisces. All right. Oh, you didn't see that. That's the other thing. You don't see the table because I'm trying to talk softer, which I'm really not. I'm still projecting my voice because when I talk softer, it's easier for me to articulate the words with the dental appliance in my mouth as opposed to talking with more force. So the camera is closer. So if I need to lower my voice to get a certain amount of words out, you can still hear me. So you didn't see what happened. I shuffled and one card flew right out at me. You have the Iomancer, I believe it's pronounced. I have to look in the book. I always have difficulty with this type of calligraphy, this font that they've used. So that's the first card, and we are going to build that up with the tarot. But so, number 42, I do have difficulty. It is harder for me to read out loud than just to speak as well. With the dental appliance, I'm kind of forced to put certain words. Oh, it's Mike. See, I thought that was an A. It's an M. Mike, the Myomancer, small clues, details, the messages everywhere, and patience. Oh yeah, because this guy is sitting in the earth, right? Okay. Attention to details is important at this time. I can hold this up while I read that. Little things are not only important in themselves, but they also give you important information about larger things. Look for the inner, hidden meaning in ordinary objects, happenings, and experiences. Life is trying to teach you something about speaking to you gently. Life is trying to teach you something by speaking to you gently. With luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. Okay, so with luck and application, you will get the message before it has to speak to you more loudly. So there's more to it, but we get that, right? It's almost like the subtleties. There's subtle things coming into you coming in for you, surrounding you, being present in things that you could be looking at, seeing, noticing. Subtle things that people say to you, things that they do, things that happen. This is kind of the universe's way. This is the fairies trying to let you know about something before, before it has to be a little really obvious in your face. Body language in humans as well as mice may give you very useful information at this present time, especially if you learn to read it properly. That's kind of funny. If you have any mice or you see mice. Ooh, where I am now, mice in a lot of places, mice are starting to come in, trying to get into buildings. They're trying to find shelter. They're trying to find warmth because the climate is changing, right? Winter is getting closer. The clues to the answers you seek and the things you need to know are all around you. You are surrounded by omens, portents, and signs, but the signs are not written on billboards in large letters. They are in the small happenings of your life. Be awake and aware. Hint: if you work out what the question really is, it is much easier to recognize the answer when it comes. That's interesting. That's a very... I would expect that for my Pisces, my Pisces. This is, like really, it's talking about your intuition. And it's talking about being very present in the smaller things in life. to see and follow the clues. So let's get the tarot. Because yeah, whenever I think of like one friend in particular who's a Pisces that I have, she is all about, like she is so observant in all the little things, right? Like me, even being like a tarot reader, I'm like, oh, I never thought of it that way. Thanks. Yeah. So even more so, the universe is really like trying to speak to you in different ways here. So we're going into the Light Seers Tarot. All right. I need 4 specifically. You've given me 4. Well, thank you very much. Wow, this is interesting. Okay, so this card that I'm about to hold up represents what are you being asked to release? What would the fairies, the universe like you to release right now? We have the King of Pentacles. So I'm going to show you everything and then I'm going to talk about what I think the message is. What are you being asked to embrace? The Ten of Pentacles. Do you see the difference here? Do you see the difference? What's going on here? Yeah, you see? All these people, this person's all by themselves, all these people. Yeah, see that? Okay. Okay. Hidden factors that you are unaware of is the Six of Pentacles. So there's things happening in and around you that have something to do with your life journey, what's going on in your life, but you're not aware of these things. So it's outside energy, right? What you're not aware of. Hidden factors. It's a factor, so it has something to do with you, right? Energy that is approaching you is a Page of Cups. This is a very uplifting, I feel like uplifted, enlightened energy. Okay, what I'm getting here, from what's coming out in these cards, you are being asked to release. If you are holding some sort of position in life, you know, the King of Pentacles is like the father figure, the patriarchal figure. And it could be the boss, it can be the chief executive officer. It's the person holding like, you know, a lot of responsibility. Also, you know, there's a lot of experience that comes with this energy and a lot of hard work. But, you know, this person, when we look at what you're being asked to embrace, this person is sitting alone. I like to see like the dogs and the wolves in this deck and other decks as sort of like spirit guides. Like it seems like if you're in some sort of a position that might be isolating you somehow from this, almost like this feeling of community and embracing, right? You're kind of being asked to come out of that. Like connect. Because there's a wolf here. I feel like, and it's funny because the fairies are very earthly. They're very like grounded to earth. Where too, Pisces is a very spiritual sign. One of the most spiritual signs in the zodiac. If you're even too, like if you're in a position of some sort of authority, if you run a group or you lead a group, it's almost time to put yourself in the group. That's what you're being asked to do. If you've been looking for guidance, maybe you've been looking for guidance that has something to do with the group, has something to do with your family, has something to do with people that you care about or that you work with, that, I want to say, yeah, work side by side with, that you have. I'm really getting community. I'm feeling that so strongly with this card. Whatever that community is to you. Oh, yeah, look at this. Interesting. Because this dog almost looks wolf-like, doesn't it? Like it's almost time to pull yourself away from some sort of isolation where it's just you and spirit. Like, release that. Release that. This person is here with a domestic dog. It's the here and now. It's the three-dimensional. To me, I look at this is the companion that was given to mankind to help guide him or her sort of in the more earthly realms, right? And all of these people are in the earthly realm. And I'm trying to tie it into the Mike the Myomancer 2 card with the simple things to look at and for here. You know, maybe you've been trying to get answers about something, but you can't. You can't pull it out of the cosmos. you're probably going to find the answers in your group. Watch and observe them. What are they telling you with their body language? Because that was talked about. What is the group telling you with your body language? I really feel like that's where you're going to get your answers. You're being asked to release a sort of isolated, singular energy, just you and spirit here, and embrace this community. Because if the hidden factor that you're not aware of is the Six of Pentacles, it's almost as if answers to be given to you. Answers are being given out. Maybe other people are getting these answers and you're missing it. It's like, how does everyone else seem to know what's going on, but I don't have a freaking clue? Well, how did they know that that was going to happen? Well, there's something to be read in the community, in some sort of community, whether it's your family, your work group, your social group, your volunteer group, like it's some sort of group that you all make a great abundance with. You can make great abundance in this group. And it's almost like there's a hand waiting to dish out. There's a balance here. The answers to be given to you. So the energy that's approaching you is great. I really like this Page of Cups. I really feel like this is a page, so it's very youthful, it's very innocent. It's almost too, it's the embodiment of an idea or an ideal. And here it like the heart, like look at all this energy that's coming right out of the heart chakra. And it almost is enlightening. It's like this enlightening energy. This coming toward, to be enlightened, to receive your answer. You know, this little pig is flying. Maybe at this point it almost feels like, yeah, I'll know that when pigs fly, man. Like when pigs fly. Well, yeah, pigs can fly, apparently, in this card. Anything is possible. But somehow, the answer for you is in the group. And it's in very subtle things. Oh, I didn't look at the underline. What? Oh, look at that. The underline is the Ten of Cups. And then that's it. Everything's reversed. The Ten of Cups is the underline. Real happiness. Like joy. Wow, you have the two best tens, right? You have the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. The answers do not wait for you in this solitary energy with just you and spirit. This is something to be experienced in the three-dimensional. My dear Pisces, you need to come out of the ethereal. Now let's do one more. We should do one more. Yeah, you're going to be going on a quest, which is interesting because the Three of Wands is at the bottom. It's getting ready to go out. It's getting ready to receive. And I'm feeling like on a quest. I got that with the last clarifier that came out for you. Like going on a quest, getting ready to depart. The clarifier for the King of Pentacles is interesting. It's the Hierophant card. Oh, wow, man. There's some heavy, responsible energy coming in with these two. That's like heavy. That is like the responsibility you have to your community, the responsibility you have based on social parameters and structures around you. Perhaps you're very high in this, whatever that is. Like, and it's time not to be the one sitting up here for some reason. I feel like this is your energy, like sitting up in this higher position and kind of delving out responsibilities, judgments. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I mean that in terms of someone who could be like the boss. Like there's an awful lot of like kind of boss energy that comes out with that. So in terms of judgment, is someone suitable for this? No. I think they'd be better over here or that. Like, it's, you know, making adjustments to things so that they function better for the collective and for yourself. It kind of feels like that energy. But, no. It's time to be in the collective somehow for you. And the Magician is the clarifier. It's time to make new things. It's time to start from square one. I get with the Magician being number one. It's time to start at square one. And it's in the collective. That's where your first step is. Hidden factors you are not aware of, right? The Six of Pentacles, and look, it's the Knight of Cups. There's movement here for you. There's movement. I like where this is going, actually. Because the Pentacle energy here, like, there's really none of your energy in these cards until we get here, right? The last one, which is what's approaching you. And if I'm not looking at the underline, I'm just looking at here because your underline was the Ten of Cups, so it's cup energy again. But then the next thing that is you is the Knight of Cups. Like, what I would signify is energy that you are naturally comfortable in. It's not to say you can't be comfortable in this other energy, but where you feel at home. I feel like where you feel at home is this cup energy. That is a hidden factor that you are unaware of. So whatever you're doing in the three-dimensional realm here, there are signs and synchronicities available to you. Signs, clues, indications, answers. But they're found in a group. They're found by observing the group. They're found through careful observation. And I feel like this starts to awaken your intuition. But it directs it differently. Instead of it being like over here, your intuition, just you and the universe working together. Almost allowing, this is almost, wow, interesting message. And it's just bringing me back to, in the summer, messages that I had for you, like upping your intuitive abilities. There's nothing, this is almost like, yeah, now you need to up your intuitive ability again and again. This is clarifying that as I'm speaking it with this Page of Cups for what's approaching you. Because it's kind of a new start here again. And the Magician at number one is let's start again. So it's kind of like I always say, like life is like school. Like, you know, you do kindergarten and you're senior kindergarten, so you're at the top of the game and you're out of there and you've been in the big yard. You're grade 1, you're at the bottom again. You work your way to grade 8, you're at the top. Going to high school, you're grade 9, you're at the bottom again. And so on and so forth. And it just goes on and on and on throughout life, right? Through so many different things. It's kind of like on a spiritual, intuitive level here, it's time to go into the next level, but you're starting at number one. And that number one is to be started observing, almost like starting to read people, huh? It's like, that's what I'm getting, like starting to read people. So perhaps you've read people from a distance before, or you had to meditate, or you had to focus on it, or you had to close things out. This is a whole new level now. It's like reading people there. And if you could already do that, this is a new level. Like, this is a new level in that. Wow. So what I'm getting, the hidden factor you are unaware of here, is this is an energy that will play out for you moving forward in life. So, and the message I'm getting is, as you move forward, you will anticipate offers. You will anticipate balanced connections, balanced choices on a much more accurate level than you have in the past. Okay, so energy that is approaching you is the Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups. This is where I feel like going on a journey. I'm going to actually clarify that Eight of Cups. Like going on a journey to explore a new aspect of yourself, a new elevation here. And it is a pretty high because it's when pigs fly. You know, right? Like, I think we're mostly familiar with that term. That means like, yeah, when a miracle happens. The Eight of Cups for Pisces. Wow, the Knight of Swords. Oh! Whoa, okay, you're going to come back with some really strong clarity. You are coming back with some really strong clarity here. It opens your mind. Elevated, right? Almost elevating your heart chakra, your very watery emotional self. Elevating your mind here. And when you've done that, you hit some serious clarity about whatever it is you're looking for. Whatever it is you're looking for here, Pisces. You hit some serious clarity. Okay, so the timeline here. In the group is where to get signs and symbols and subtle answers before the universe comes and slaps you in the face with whatever this is, right? And the hidden factor is here that this is teaching you how to make clearer and more precise judgments about connections and for yourself moving forward. You do go, it does not feel like a very long period of time. Whatever this Page of Cups and Eight of Cups is, it is a point where then you do kind of go in on yourself. And you really look at yourself differently. You feel it different. That's what I'm getting, like you feel yourself differently. You really you feel energy differently. And it elevates your thinking. And what's interesting is because this Knight of Swords, he's charging back. I feel like it gives you a sense of clarity that you didn't have before, even in the past. I want to say it even takes you right back to the beginning. Because at some point you're going to come back here. I mean, you're being asked to release this. But if this is some energy that you hold or some position in your life, it's like you're not going to... Because it's... People work pretty hard to get to that point, right? And there's also with the Hierophant, there's something innately meant for you in this energy. But there's some sort of answer you can't get in that energy right now. So you're going on this little journey to get the answer that you need. And it kind of, and I see because this Knight of Swords is charging back into this whole reading. And you get your answer. That's what I get. Yeah. Okay. So to really make it clear for you, go into the group. Go into the group and then that starts, it's almost like the triggers or the catalyst to this journey to get the answer that you need. Yeah, let's just clarify your Ten of Cups is an underline and out of the group. And there you go. The Ten of Cups is the underline for Pisces. The Ten of Cups is the underline for Pisces. Wow, that's interesting. Interesting message. You got the Star and the Death card. You know what I got with that? Like when you look at it at first, you think, oh, is that the end of all my dreams? What the heck? What do you know? No, you know, immediately when I looked at these, because my mind works really fast, like for like a millisecond, I kind of heard that. But what got buried right over that was when things have felt out of your reach. When things have felt too far out of your reach, that's what that is. Because the Star can represent some sort of energy that seems like beyond you. It's out of your reach. It's too far for you. You know, like a star too, like someone who shines more brightly than others. Something that shines more brightly than others and it's out of your reach. But I get with the Death card, like not anymore because it's clarifying the Ten of Cups. I mean, that is like pretty much the happiest card in a deck. So to get to that, for something that shines more brightly than other things, if this is a wish or a dream that you have, this is kind of the energy talking to you about how to put an end to that feeling out of your reach. That's what that is. Oh, that's pretty cool. All right. Oh, and the Page of Pentacles. We got two pages here. balanced, asking the right questions of yourself and others, observing and learning. Walk into this situation like you've never walked into it before, whatever it is, and try to look at it like an outsider, like you've just walked in and what does it look like? Okay, and how do those people behave with one another? And what would that tell you if you were an outsider? And how is this happening? What is this like? Yeah, like these are the things. This is an interesting reading. Like it's getting, oh, and then the Hermit. And then everything is reversed. Ah, see? The answers that you seek from within are outside of you right now. This is really the message. All right, that's pretty cool. So I'm going to go do the extended. I'm learning that that is one of the harder words for me to say with this dental appliance. Extended. In that extended reading, I am going to pull out another fairy card. That fairy card is going to be the archetypal energy of your inner child right now. And your inner child is going to speak to you in that extended reading. And the link is in the top description if you want to go there. If not, thank you, Pisces. I will see you next time. Until then, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.